Yay! Are we back? Hi. All right. Yeah, that's right. Clearly, I've been attacked by
transvestites.
No,
Q-snatch.
that's who did it. Absolutely. So
I like wood.
I don't care, honestly. I'll get to the bottom of this problem. Don't worry.
Deeper and longer.
Yeah, than anybody.
Transvestites.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the states that we're dealing with here.
The biggest loser is the state with the shortest stick.
Well, we'll figure that out next. Hold on. Welcome back to It's Getting Hot in Here. A takedown of Mike Lindell's absolute bullshit. I mean, scientific proof.
I mean, and it can only be done by machines.
Only
Man.
by machine. Because
I mean, obviously, they can only be done by machines that are directed by people that also have people inside the United States across the entire country that are printing fake ballots in weird...
too much is happening too fast.
Right,
and you need
right.
to know where you stand.
You got to know where you stand. And there has to be some supercomputer that's doing that.
Can you imagine if this black speak was way up here? You'd say,
Yeah, oh my God. Can you imagine if that black peak was way up there? You go, oh my God, maybe my census data from 12 years ago is bullshit.
oh, no, something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
And so it has to be tracking
So
it
it
all the
has
time.
to adjust it.
Yes.
But these things here,
Oh, yeah.
can you show? Let's go back to these things
Oh, it's almost like I'm using the wrong census data, and I...
here,
Yeah.
where you see this. Do you have another?
Yeah,
other
I do,
county-
I do. And
other
so-
counties where you can show that.
Well, every county I've looked at.
Right.
It's funny because we mentioned the 2010 census. Let me just show you that.
Wow, look at this.
This is the ballots for this district, and you notice the amazing parallelism, just like in the Ohio County.
It's not amazing. Look over here. People become more consistent registrations. If you bother to register, you're gonna fucking vote most of the time. And then there's all sorts of life shit that happens in between these two. Look how close it is here. Look how far away it is here. Look how wide it is here. Look how close the gap is here. It's the linear nature of people who choose to vote by age and the number of people who actually show up to vote by age is very similar. It will ride a track, but it varies greatly, and they're just fucking pretending that it doesn't.
Right. And I'm going to stop there right there.
Yeah, please stop right there and recognize that this hump right here, which means people who are older and are younger than the people who are in this old age category, and this little hump right here actually raises later. So maybe a year older, 6 to 10 months older, people have more of an inclination to vote than this age group, and it goes up, but it doesn't track exactly. Then it overlaps, and it drops down really low here, and then they almost lean in together here, so they don't track.
Look at this, you guys. These are the registered voters. Now, do you really think on a
That old people vote every goddamn time? Yes.
normal election that's not using machines, this number could be down here?
It isn't. Bring it up. Show it, asshole. Show. Oh, God.
You don't have the exact.
Bring it up. Like, goddamn it. The one big thing about this that's more aggravating than anything, Christ, is that put up a chart that shows registrations from 2016, registrations from 2012, 2008. Put those next to each other and voter turnout in those, and watch how they all look kind of weirdly like they go in line.
That percentage turn in their ballots and vote.
Exactly.
Old people do. That's why it's tighter as you get older.
Exactly.
It isn't exactly. It's not. Look at the variance. And these are in the, what the fuck is this number over here? He's not even showing it. This is the age range. What is this? 0.000. Eligible voters, 547,090. PA04 registrations, 535, 556. So it's less than the eligible voters. PA ballots received, 435, 146. Look at this humps up, this humps down. This one comes closer. This has a spike around a certain age range, and it narrows, but then it widens out again. Why? Look at this. This wiggles all over the fucking place, and this one's pretty smooth. It's almost as if the algorithm is not an algorithm at all. Look at this variance in this shit. Look at the general. Oh, God damn, this is fucking stupid.
Every single person that to fit this thing would go and vote. It's 100% impossible.
Right.
No, it isn't. It's 100% impossible for you to figure out baseline math and sociology algorithms.
And then to happen, you could say, well, in District 4 in Pennsylvania,
One time, maybe.
one time it would be a 1 in a trillion probably.
Right.
No, it wouldn't.
But then everywhere it's.
Show the other elections, asshole. Show them.
It's impossible.
Please spend the last half of this doing this exact same graph for 2016 and 2012 and 2008 and show people how this is an anomaly.
100%. It can only be done
I'll hedge you off at the pass. I haven't watched this, but they're not going to do that.
by machines. I can't stress that enough.
Well, that's because you need that to be the truth to sell your idea. It's not true. It's bullshit.
Absolutely.
And they all rhyme.
Not absolutely. It's bullshit. You can't keep saying absolutely and pretending it's absolutely. You're a fucking moron. So is he.
With Dominion. Oh, wait, there's other Smartmatic, ESNet, all of them.
Whoa. Back the fuck up. You just showed us, look, did you see them switch graphs and that it overlaid almost exactly in one county and then it separated again? What was that little switch?
Look at, I want to bring this up. When you found all this,
Yes.
I mean, what went through your mind? I want people to know, this is brand new, everybody.
No, it isn't. Well, he created an algorithm to sell this idea, backdating it and pretending it was a prediction.
You're seeing this for the first time. I'm seeing this for the first time.
Well, God, it's your fucking show, you dickhead. Why wouldn't you watch it first? Maybe if you slept on it, you might go, oh shit, I was actually buying this. Now that I've had a nap and laid off the crack for 2 days, it's occurred to me, you might be bullshitting me for money.
Today, I was so excited. I'm going, we have enough evidence that we're going to dump for the next 6 weeks on the whole world and the country.
Dude, well, dump is a good word.
That by the time it gets to the Supreme Court, they're all nine going to go 9-0. Yes, our country's been attacked.
Yeah.
No, they aren't. They are not. By the way, by the time this gets to the Supreme Court, someone there with a sociology degree or with any history of looking at elections is going to look at your absolute scientific proof and go, this is a standard sociological variance.
Yes.
We have been attacked by foreign actors.
And apparently we had black ladies all over the country photocopying ballots in black houses and putting them in cardboard boxes and bringing them in because the supercomputer in China fucked up.
Starting with China and with help of domestic actors here that,
Well, you'd have to. You got to have somebody printing the ballots.
had to be let in. There's some bad people. But it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican. This is attack.
Yes, it's true. This should be bipartisan and everyone watching this and going, oh, fuck, this guy's dumb.
In our country. And it has to, we got to get the word out. We have to spread the word of this. And I want everyone to know, they go, well, all this evidence was looked at. No judge has looked at any of the evidence.
By the way, this isn't evidence. This isn't evidence. Mike, it's not evidence. You're a lunatic. This asshole is talking out of his ass.
All those cases that were dismissed, except for a couple in the United States, Antrim County, Michigan.
I'm hanging in there. The computer's just freaking out tonight. It was hanging on pretty well. I think it's just, I'm going to have to dismantle it again, aren't I? God damn it.
Not Maricopa, Massachusetts,
Whatever.
The election in a primary, Dr. Sheba, which we showed in the last
Yeah, he was awesome.
film, or documentary. But
Film. Talk show. At least you had lights on for that one. Fucking hell.
now it's popping up all over. You got Wisconsin, you got New Hampshire, you got Maricopa, they're going to let
No, you don't.
Georgia. Now all we got to do is take it. You get an audit these machines, but we don't even need that, everyone.
Yeah, you don't need it. You got this amazing reverse engineered equation.
We've got it all right here now.
Yeah, can't you see it? Look at the lines. I mean,
And we have the spyware, so we marry them together.
yeah, you get the spyware, and then all you have to do is find tens of thousands of people who are engaged in printing ballots who have managed to keep this giant fraud a secret, and they've been better at doing it than people involved in the fucking Kennedy assassination.
Together. It's 100% absolute proof.
No, it isn't. You're a lunatic. This is 100% bullshit.
If I see one outlet over there of all the media going, it's a conspiracy. No,
No. I'm not calling it a conspiracy. A conspiracy would require some forethought. You'd have to sit there and go, oh, maybe this, maybe that. You're just kind of going, oh my God, wow, look at the wow. Oh my God, wow, wow.
Wow.
What? Wow, 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 oh, wow. You know, fucking hell.
No, it's not. It's an attack on your country, Mr. Fake News. I mean,
Oh, that's Ms. Fake News to you. Thanks.
you should be worried about. Everybody should be worried about
Everybody is worried. Whoops, I knocked my headphone out. Look at that. I was flipping my hair and being
our
cute.
future of humanity, of this country.
Yeah.
So when you seen this, I mean, you probably thought I have the key to the world, and you're, I mean,
It was a little scary, but I admit, when I was watching the last part, I was on the edge of my seat because I was watching the 3,000-page log, and you got the IP addresses, and each one was removing ballots. And I'm thinking, I know.
Wow, that's amazing. Even when they break in and they're unsuccessful, they still change ballots. It's almost as if we've just timed it with the counting of ballots where mail-in ballots were coming in and just assumed, all right.
I know what's happening in that last column. I can explain.
how long did you work on your stuff?
I mean,
Minutes.
when I first discovered it back in December, I was working day and night.
When I first discovered it back in December, I understand it if you can't take it. I'm close to my edge. Fucking hell. This asshole. This only has any value if his predictive algorithm worked before the election. But now, I mean, he spent the entire time telling us that he had to come up with different points for different age groups to make his shit line up. And he had to change it in every state to get it to line up. It still didn't line up, but
Because I was trying to be done by January 6th.
Right.
And then I was working day and night because I was trying.
By the inauguration.
By January 20th.
This is a crime where there
registration filling is being controlled by the 2010 U.S. Census. What kind of filling is it? Is it cherry filling? Is it pumpkin? Registration filling?
where there's no statute of limitations. It's a crime against every one of us, every person on the
Registration filling. Son of a bitch.
planet, actually. It
Yeah, it is. It's an attack on the planet, by the planet.
goes far and wide into everyone. The whole world is watching. I said in the first doc.
No, they aren't. My people are barely watching, and we're only watching because it's fucking ridiculous and hysterical. And you're gonna go say nobody looked at your shit, and so I've got to be here like the one guard who stood post watching this horse shit and breaking it down, so you can't go, they haven't even seen it. They're talking about it, and they don't even know what's in it. I know exactly what's in it. I've watched this whole fucking thing. I watched the last one and the one before that. I've watched way more interviews about this bullshit than I should. Many of you paid to be on the fucking show.
Documentary is, Ronald Reagan said, we're the beacon of light for the world.
Absolutely.
And the lights go out.
Is that what he said?
Here they go out everywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy. It's like living inside of a movie. More keeps coming up. This
Yeah, it is. It's like living inside of a movie. An indie movie with a very small budget that's apparently shot on the set of a school talk show.
is brand new. And you put it, when we get it all out there, everyone spread the word, share.
Yeah, let everybody know that I am reacting to something I haven't vetted at all with an hour-long bullshit, like just a
Wow.
fest.
With your friends, tell everyone. We're putting this one out first, then our
Yeah, this is obviously, you want to lead with your best stuff.
next documentary, but then we're going to dump so much evidence that it'll make WikiLeaks look like a tinker toy. We're going to
Yeah, he said that in the interview as well, and so he's repeating himself. Make WikiLeaks look like a tinker toy. Well, I guess technically the WikiLeaks became a tinker toy for the Russian government Not unlike what you're doing, Mike.
Drop it everywhere. Every piece of evidence that's ever been found.
This is not evidence. I don't know how many times I have to tell you. This ain't evidence.
There's like 50,000 sworn affidavits
Fuck, did the lights just come back on?
out there that even
Did they just realize the lights were off and go, oh shit, and turn? They did, didn't they?
you know, these have to do with machines, but also just the organic.
Nope, just the angle. Shit. They got the shutter speed set wrong on each. Oh, god damn it. They haven't calibrated their cameras the same way. So one camera's brighter than the other, but the one going, oh, god damn it.
Steel, you know, the stuff
The dude's a millionaire.
that they did on the ground.
Yes.
You know, which, by the way, the machine algorithms had to also take into effect all that stuff too.
Yeah, it had to factor in that, I mean, how to mind control black ladies with weaves to get them to print the exact number of ballots, even though obviously the numbers overlap and crisscross and aren't actually factually correct.
You know, so that's why if people wonder, if you go back to that this chart here, I want to tell everyone this. You realize that these machines that set this percentage of wins, so to speak, these algorithms.
Exactly.
So let's say you had, because they're going, well, how can this be when you have cheating, the other kind of cheating?
Right.
Because it has to factor that in.
And that's
Is
why
that
you have
right?
to have real-time access.
You have to have real-time access. Otherwise,
Yes.
you would see, well, actually, we did see it. Like in Michigan, in the middle of the night in Michigan
Yes.
on November 4th, you see
Yes.
beep, beep.
Yeah.
Now, beep, beep.
Is that how it worked? We got to grab that one clearly, CSL. Beep, beep. That's like the Trump bing, 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 bing.
Steel, you know, the stuff that they did on the ground.
Yes.
You know, which, by the way, the machine algorithms had to also take into effect all that stuff too.
Absolutely.
You know, so that's why if people wonder, if you go back
do.
to this chart here, I want to tell everyone this. You realize that these machines that set this percentage of wins, so to speak, these algorithms.
So to speak. We're ballparking here, but
Exactly.
So let's say you had, because they're going, well, how can this be when you have cheating, the other kind of cheating?
Right.
The other kind of cheating, like good old fashioned organic, OD homegrown cheating.
Because it has to factor that in.
It's got to do the math.
Is
You
that
have
right?
to have real-time access.
You have-
That's right. That's why they'd have to break in the computers, because my equation falls to shit the minute they have to.
to have real-time
Because-
access. Otherwise,
Yes.
you would see, well, actually, we did see it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like in Michigan,
So the algorithm didn't work. It's a supercomputer, but it's kind of like, it's like soup or computer. I'll have the soup.
in the
thanks.
middle of the night in
What is the soup? If it's minestrone, I'm in.
Michigan
Yes.
on November 4th, you see
Yes.
beep, beep.
Yeah.
Now, have you
That's like Trump doing the bing bong, bing bing bong, bing bong.
gotten to Michigan
I
yet?
haven't done Michigan
I
yet.
guarantee
I haven't done Michigan, but if you tell me there's a big boop,
you when you
Yes.
get to
bag bada boom,
Michigan,
Yeah.
bad bada boom, bag boom, bag bada
I like
boom.
wood.
but probably won't follow this line right at the end. I don't think it will. Do you?
I don't.
Are you questioning his algorithm right in front? I mean, honestly.
It would
we'll
have
find
to
out.
go.
It
It would
depends-
have to go. Deep,
It
deep.
depends how good
Yeah, it would have to go deet deet beep boop beep.
What? Wow.
their algorithms are.
Right. Well, they were.
Maybe their algorithm is off. If you can't trust a Chinese supercomputer, who can you trust?
Working under pressure. Same way with Wisconsin.
Yes.
Wisconsin got it done, I think, within a day, and they were 90-some% in. They were running out of track, and they in the Wisconsin now they're going to be looking into Wisconsin,
Yeah, they'll totally look into it. Beep boop.
I like wood.
and these. What I want to tell everyone.
Where was I?
This is what we've learned here too, and I want to tell you this, Dr. Frank. I
Yeah, Dr. Frank. Can I call you Dr. Frank?
feel it's a blessing that it's took till now.
It is. It's a blessing that Trump lost, because that's really what gave us. If the Lord works in mysterious ways.
To get all this,
Yeah.
to get all this ready with
Oh,
your
yeah.
work, with what we have over here now.
Yeah, it took so long, and
Absolute
yeah.
proof. Because if we would have found out earlier, I said it in our first documentary,
If you'd have found out earlier, Trump would have won, and we wouldn't have known how fucked up the election was. What?
If earlier they would have done the right thing and everyone would have done their jobs, the legislature said, hey, of course dead people can't vote. Of course people, non-residents can't vote. You take them off. Donald Trump wins anyway. He's in power, but we never find out about what. We would have never known about.
We would have never known. If there wasn't any corruption, we would have never known about any of the corruption. It's such a good point. Beep boop.
Would have never even looked at it.
You would have never.
We would have never even looked at it. It's funny. We would have never checked the locks on the bank and remembered to lock them if we hadn't, if the robbery hadn't happened after I'd not locked the bank. Remember that?
Looked at. You hear that, everyone? We would be done as a. It's over.
Yes, if Trump had been allowed to stay in office, we would be done.
It would be over. You will never, ever have this opportunity again to go, this was the big elephant. This was it.
Yes.
This was the
It's the whole Encha elephant.
monster that started in Venezuela and the foreign interference.
Yeah, I mean, Russia, China, bullshit. Venezuela. That's who's controlling everything.
The foreign attack on our country and every
That bounced in through Venezuela.
other country in the world that's going to be attacked after us.
Right.
And with these machines and with these algorithms and with this technology that they have.
Yes.
And so it's a
You lost your point. Go back to his charts.
blessing. We're living in this time, and it's
Yeah, it is. It's such, the Lord knows what I beep boop.
and besides that, everyone out there, I have Democrat friends of mine are going, this is not what we voted for.
Right.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
We didn't vote for socialism and communism coming into this country
Well, that's not what you're getting.
and canceling people out, taking away our First Amendment right of free
Yeah, nobody voted for any of that. That's not government. The government isn't controlling any of that. That's all private industry.
speech, which we're doing with our new platform, which you probably haven't heard about. It's called Frank. You'll be able to use free
Well, it's not, because there's already a Frank, and they're suing you.
speech again. Right now, what Dominion did, what they've done is, like I said it before in My Pillow, if it was out there saying, Mike, there's rocks and knives in my pillows, I would say, no, there's not. Come and look. Look at that. It's beautiful patented fill. Well, Dominion
It's beautiful patented fill.
and Smartmatic and the machines people, they didn't do
There's a dude that works at My Pillow, and his name is Beautiful Patented Phil. He's lovely.
that. They said, you're not looking at our machines. We're going to sue you and scare you all, live in fear, and we're going to threaten you with lawsuits. So you better not even have somebody coming on your show to talk about it.
Well, no, they go, we'll give you a chance. We're not going to go after you if you'll rescind what we'll give you. We're not just attacking the press for reporting stuff. You didn't bring us on to counter the argument, and you let it go for months and months and months, and you can effectively have a retraction, or we're going to sue you. That's a reasonable thing to do.
I.e., like a Mike Lindell.
Yeah, right.
He's going to say something. He's going to say the word Dominion, and then they're even using that.
It's not the word Dominion that they have a problem with. It's the lies and accusations that you're making at their expense.
And then it gets into the vaccine. People that say, I could talk about that. I'm not taking it. That's it. But they're going to try, doing all this. If you say something like that, boom,
If you say you're not taking the vaccine, you get no. You can say you're not getting the vaccine. I've seen people interviewed on the news who have said they're not getting the vaccine. It's when you come out and say it's the mark of the beast. People are like, yeah, okay, thanks for coming on. What an asshole.
lose your YouTube, you lose your social media,
Right.
and all these
And
things
I
are
have.
attacking. Yep, and you have. Well, you have too.
Because I said I wasn't going to take the vaccine.
See, yeah.
That's why.
I mean, but
Is it because you said you weren't going to get it, or that you said why you weren't going to get it? And yeah.
what is
And you were posting shit by other people that was lies and propaganda to get people to not take the vaccine.
getting revealed here is, even if you're a Democrat or Republican, doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. The vaccine is the mark of the beast, clearly, and it's the devil's hand job or
We're all
something.
people.
Jab, sorry.
And with stuff that's coming in, both with this election fraud that went on, everyone should be concerned. This is the biggest concern probably ever
It's the biggest concern ever.
for the
My buddies and I, we're putting together a concern.
future of our country and the future
Fucking hell, guys. Honest to God.
of the world.
No doubt about it.
It's over if we don't address it now. And we are, so it's with
Yeah, you are. I mean, go back to the, I want to see more algorithm.
all this,
But don't interrupt You're 31 minutes into your 55-minute video, and you've stopped to take a break to talk about being kicked off social media. This was supposed to be a talk that was 100% about absolute scientific proof, right? Right?
I'm just, it's like
Dumb as a box of rocks.
living inside of a movie. I've said before, we were in the bad part of the movie. I am so happy
Yeah, you seem happy.
because I know we have it all. Can you imagine sitting here now
Yes.
and not being able to know that this happened?
Yeah. I'm so glad the bank got robbed, or we wouldn't have known we had money in here.
We would if we'd have never known, and then we're sitting here going,
Yes.
"Oh, we're going to get them in 2022, or
Yeah,
or
right.
things are going to change." You know, as our country's getting destroyed as we sit here now.
Yeah, it's terrible. Just, I mean, the infrastructure bill alone is, I mean, it might as well be Stalin, the Stalin Act of 2021.
Destroyed and destroyed day by day. So this is like a race against time, everybody. You know.
Yeah, but God takes his own time, and August will be fine for Trump to get back in. I mean, it's not like they can do any damage.
We have to stop this attack, and we have to stop it now.
Okay, so you're just calling for armed revolution then, I guess?
We got to spread this out and put it
Yeah, spread it out. Yeah, disseminate it with as many dumbasses as possible. Please be on Diamond and Silk and explain this to them.
out far and wide
Yes.
that this happened, and we're living it.
Yes, this video happened, and you're living it.
And all you college kids out there, all you people that went
Yeah.
through college,
Yeah, you guys who are watching, who are in college, these people who went to college, you guys need to spread it around.
that got brainwashed thinking socialism is sneaking around going having a cup of coffee. Hey, I'm being very social today.
Is that what they teach in socialism class in college? Socialism is just like being social. It's like socialism media.
Again, you're living it now. Your friends
That guy is, I mean, he's Mike's biggest fan.
are getting canceled out. They're getting squished. They're getting attacked, and you're
They're getting squished? When did that happen? Please don't cut the video. Please don't cut the video. Please don't cut the
next.
video.
That's the way it is, you know.
You're getting
in that
squished.
world. So, but anyway, I got a little tangent there.
That's
So
okay.
let's
A little.
keep going.
I love it because I think you're absolutely right. If we
Yeah, it's nice that they cut out some of the other details you were talking about and made little weird snippets, but they left that shit in. I mean, they could have edited that out later and saved us 5 minutes of prattling in this that had nothing to do with anything, but it's Mike's video.
we would have been living under the illusion of an election.
Yeah, we
Yeah, it would have been terrible.
would have because we would have said, "Oh, it was mail-in voting."
Yeah,
and-
right.
And
Yeah.
there was, you know, that's why they didn't want. They did
No.
not want this China virus to go away. That's why I was attacked
To
last
keep the
summer.
mail-in
There
vote.
was people that brought
Yes,
stuff that
yes,
worked.
yes.
You know, they brought stuff that had already worked.
Yes.
You know, and they wanted to keep everybody, you know, locked
Yes,
up. Like my terrible governor of Minnesota says, you could have like 8 people in your house over Thanksgiving. You know, what are you talking about? This is crazy.
You're talking about trying to stop the spread of a pandemic so that people don't die.
Or California, where they
Again, why do these assholes always act like, and I know this is an aside, but honestly, why do they always act as if the precautions taken during COVID are meant to be permanent? Like this, they do this is an attack on religion, as if stopping people from going to church during the pandemic is indicative of an effort to stop people, like they're going to outlaw church forever. Like people not being able to gather for holidays what's the result going to be? Honest to God, what is the result going to be of people not being able to spend the holidays with their families last year, like Christmas, New Year's, and Thanksgiving? It's going to mean that this year, it's going to be huge. You're going to appreciate this, that people are actually going to bond more about it, recognize that maybe for years they took it for granted that they could see family and friends. So if your plan is to wipe out religion or stop people from being social with their family, it's a terrible fucking plan unless it's permanent, which it isn't. And what would be permanent is if you did get together in spite of the warnings and killed off your grandmother or your great aunt or your relative you didn't know who had a comorbidity, and you never have another fucking Christmas with them.
where they, before the Super Bowl, all the restaurants, you got to dine outdoors. They put little partitions on, but then they say, oh, by the way, you can't have TVs in your room or in the restaurants for the Super Bowl. You know,
What?
you know,
Yes.
crazy logic. You know,
No, it isn't. They're not putting the Super Bowl on in places because they don't want large groups to gather. It makes absolute sense. Maybe I should do a video called Absolute Sense. Maybe that should be the name of this.
You know, if you're a worker and you work for some of these corrupt places,
well, you'd obviously.
It's like Dominion, and you've been part of it, and you're feeling like, hey, I don't want to spend as much time in jail as the next guy. Turn yourself in. I'm serious, because you're all going to be found out.
Yeah. Save yourself.
All of you. The criminals that own these social media platforms, Jack Dorsey, Mark Zuckerberg. We talked about that, what he did, putting these machines in. Where did he put them?
In Pennsylvania.
In Pennsylvania.
Easy voter kiosks.
And they were online.
Yes, of course.
They were online.
They
How many did Mark Zuckerberg put in there?
It's somewhere between 200 and 300 machines.
200 and 300 machines just in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. These two things are.
Why'd you jump? What do you mean? You mean registration machines? God damn it. Now I got to go look that bullshit up, too. Mark Zuckerbuck, is that how he spelled it? Zuckerberg. Voting registration. I can spell. Oh, it's the wrong. God damn it. I have the wrong. I was typing, and then it doesn't type in the thing. Okay. Facebook. Let's just do registration. Voter registration, PA, machines, something like that. Viral voting, okay. Look at false and misleading claims following the voting in the Pennsylvania emerges as an online misinformation hotspot. Not real news. A look at what didn't happen this week. Video shows Pennsylvania election workers transcribing damaged ballots. Claim video shows. Oh, that's the whole thing. Hold on. So this was the piece before that. Pennsylvania emerges as online misinformation hotspot. Misinformation about voter fraud, voting system demos. PA. This is demonstrating how to use the voting system in your county. They probably captured voters. Zucker boxes. Is that what they're calling them? Mark Zuckerberg's election donation leaves the election officials. I don't know. Okay. This is on Vox. America scrambles to take part in Mark Zuckerberg $250 million gold rush. Bolstered local governments, set off gold rush conference election officials to rush, apply, secure, and deploy the money in rural America and the nation's biggest cities alike. The city cash bananas provide gold election officials who have insufficient budgets have been faced with possibility of foregoing budget with coronavirus. Zuckerberg has won 2,000 elections office, about 1/5 of the country's total elections have applied for the money. Okay, so they spent money buying these things. Thank you. Thanks, Melissa. Thank you, Bridget. Oh, fucking hell.
So what I recognize.
But I love how he just jumps ahead. Like, anyways, he put all these machines in that totally sway the election, and he put a click.
Put your reckoning. Okay.
Exactly, and I noticed the crazy correlation.
Look at the same two bumps again.
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't it amazing that age demographic it doesn't match up with the population?
That's staying there. And so, but just by a quirk, I had been teaching my advanced math students how to do differential calculus on census data. This is the this I know.
Oh, that's so weird.
So in September,
what are the odds that you were teaching that?
I know, it's amazing.
Census data to your class. So this is the 2010 U.S. Census.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the 2010 U.S. Census times 0.22%. Why times 0.22%? Why not just the 2010?
Yes, and I multiplied.
And you remembered these two things.
Yes, and so, but only because I was just teaching it to my kids.
Wow.
So in 2010, this is how it went. Okay, so this has been when Trump won or lost, technically won, I guess, in Pennsylvania, and those same humps appeared in 2010. So 2016 election obviously run on the same spikes occurred. But you didn't give a shit because your guy won.
How many geeks use the census to teach their students differential calculus?
I'm gonna guess an asshole who thinks Mike Lindell is a hero and is a follower of Donald Trump and is completely fixated on the fact that his dude has lost an election.
Not very many, but I'm at a special school and I'm always doing real life examples. And here it is. So this was fresh in my mind.
By the way, calculus teachers use all kinds of sociological algorithms to teach this kind of math because there's a lot of flexibility in the outcomes because of variabilities in humanity, and in terms of voting or in terms of movement, in terms of food, diet, death rates.
My mind. So I kept seeing those two bumps, and I'm like, wait a minute, I've seen those two bumps somewhere. Move the 2010 census 10 years to the right.
Right.
Because that was 2010, now we're in 2020.
Okay, you just have someone out there, maybe the head of Dominion, the head of the head of the China Tech, they just spilt their coffee going,
Yes.
"You're done to us.
Exactly.
You're done to us. You're found out.
Exactly.
You got it all from the 2010 census.
Exactly.
What? Registration filling is being controlled by the 2010 census, U.S. Census. So filling out registrations is being controlled by, I don't even know what the fuck that sentence means. This is the second time he's put it up. Do you guys know what the fuck that means? That they're filling out registrations based on the 2010 U.S. Census because China got that data and they're just automatic, creating registrations. But they can't create enough ballots to match those registrations. You have a bunch of registrations that aren't being...
They didn't even bother on the biggest crime in history, use the 2020 census.
There isn't a 20... Wait, does he just say you don't have it?
They don't have it.
It's not
It wasn't ready.
Yeah. So
Wow.
anyway, so now so I shifted it 10 years because there's 2020, and I include the mortality curve because people die. They don't just get older.
You realize
So you shifted it, you just used the same stuff, and you put it over. Okay.
they're already planning how they're going to try and cover this up. They're getting a hold of all the fake news media and the no news media, and they're saying, whatever you do, don't let this get out there. Somehow we have to stop it.
Hi, asshole. No one is worried about this. Ages and death rates are fairly static. If they aren't, then we don't hear news reports about things like car accidents, suicide, drug use, opioids, that kind of stuff in particular areas, because they all do fall within that kind of range all the time. And the spikes aren't exact.
But bad news.
There's a bunch of people fucking die between 73 and 76. And then once they make it past that, it steadies out a little bit. Always.
Bad news. You can't stop this because it's.
You cannot stop this.
Deeper and longer.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be.
Transvestite.
This is getting out there
Absolutely.
through the new social media platform, Frank. This one's getting out.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm definitely opening up an account on Frank. I've got to create a separate phone number and a separate email address because I know it's going to get hacked and every piece of data on it is going to be dumped on the internet just like Parler.
Getting out there just on. It'll be on LindellTV.com. We'll put it out there. They couldn't get us before. We had enough power, safety, or whatever where they couldn't break it, and over 150 million people seen absolute proof.
And still no one's convinced.
People want to see the truth, and they want to
Yeah, and they keep watching your thing, expecting some to be in there and everything.
help. Everyone, you can all help by just spreading this far and wide.
Right.
Tell it to your neighbors. If you live next to a Supreme Court justice, or you're
I'm a doc. Someone called me a doc. That's terrible.
I like wood.
in their neighborhood, you give it to them 25 times. You be over there, you tell them, have you washed it? Have you washed it? Have you washed it?
Yeah, make them watch it twice, because maybe if they after the third time they watch it, they won't go, fuck, this gets dumber every time I watch it.
I like wood.
Wow. Judges, get it out to them because all the
Yeah, get it to email this to judges.
states, everyone's going to be coming out now, and they're going to say, hey, we've seen the same.
Yes, scientific proof on Lindell.tv.com is going to make everyone gay.
Same thing.
So this is me shifting it 10 years and allowing for people to die.
How very gracious of you.